Well, order some pizza, make some popcorn, turn off the lights because it's time for a scary movie tonight. Halloween Kills is in theaters and streaming on Peacock. Well, our friends at Good Morning Texas sent us this interview with Jamie Lee Curtis and host Paige McCoy.
We had him. How did he escape?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do? We don't have the police support.
We fight. We always fight.
Halloween Kills is the latest follow-up to a movie franchise that began in 1978. Jamie Lee Curtis was cast as Laurie, one of the few remaining survivors of the slasher franchise. When auditioning, Jamie quickly related to her character and fought hard for the role.
Somehow, John Carpenter, will never stop being grateful to John and Deborah Hill because they cast me as Laurie, the quiet, repressed, virginal brainiac who was socially sort of awkward. And so it was just a pure audition. I auditioned 4 times for the part and was finally given the part. But again, remember, it was a tiny little low-budget movie. It was not a big fancy movie.
The budget was tight, even by 1978 standards, $300,000. But this, quote, not so fancy low-budget movie grossed $60 million at the box office. Fast forward to 2018, Halloween brought in $78 million in one weekend.
It certainly was a tiny little low-budget movie, but man, did it certainly explode into something iconic. It is a very successful movie franchise. What do you think the reason is for its success?
Good question.
It's a big question.
Good versus evil is the sort of cornerstone of literature, films, theater, and the evil is this human figure with this white face that you can ascribe anything you want. It's enigmatic, and therefore you can put whatever evil you want on his face. There's something about that collision from that one movie that has now, of course, spawned many movies and 43 years of storytelling.
But slasher films are not intended to deliver a moral message. If you want gruesome and glory with lots of blood and guts, Halloween Kills delivers.
I had the coverage over my head.
Dude,
I mean, it was so
with you.
Scary. What is it that scares you?
Everything. And I was watching a Sopranos episode last night, and I'm like this.
Oh, yeah.
Near the screen, I'm like this. I'm muttering to myself. I can't take it. And this new movie, as you just said, is terrifying.
Still, if you look beyond the slash marks and read between the blood-stained lines, you might find a broader meaning.
There were some poignant moments in the film where you speak specifically to the whole concept of good versus evil. What other larger messages were you trying to kind of communicate when speaking those lines?
Look at you.
I did my homework, but I really was fascinated by that.
Digging deep. I like it. It makes me think, and it makes me think that you're listening. I think that's the thrill for me, is that you're listening to what she's saying.
Halloween Kills is the 12th sequel in this Halloween movie franchise. Jamie Lee Curtis has not appeared in all of the movies, but her appearances in the 2018 and 2021 films may foreshadow a trilogy that will finally stop the nightmares and conclude with what is slated as Halloween Ends in 2022.
And I'm looking forward to our in-person interview next year when we're doing an analysis of the trilogy, and I'll be fascinated to hear what you think.
Are you saying that we might see Jamie Lee Curtis for this next Halloween? I dare say the last, but the next Halloween?
Halloween Kills, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Babysitter Gone Grandma, is now in theaters and streaming on Peacock. And thank you to Paige McCoy and the Good Morning Texas team for sharing this interview, furnished by Universal Pictures.